ඊයේ කලබලේ තෙල් ගහගත්තු මිනිස්සු රත්තරන් බඩුත් උගස් තියලා.
මේවා ඉතින් අර සතියක සැරයක් නිවුස් මවා ගන්න ඕන. නැත්නම් ලංකාවේ ආතල් එක නැන් මිනිස්සු. මේවා නිකන් බොරු කතා.
What is the root cause of this fuel crisis? The issue stems from the abolition of the 3% discount previously granted for fuel distributors and the introduction of a new pricing formula implemented yesterday. The National Audit Office had flagged the additional 3% received by distributors as illegal, a claim later upheld by the court. Annually, this system redirected over 35 billion rupees, funds that should have gone to the treasury for public services like health and education to fewer than 1,000 fuel distributors. When attempts were made to remove this unfair discount, distributors challenged the decision in court. However, the Supreme Court dismissed their petition. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation asserts that this decisive action was necessary to put an end to an unfair system where public funds benefited a small group of businessmen. Meanwhile, recent statements by fuel distributors demanding the continuation of this additional payment have caused temporary panic, leading to excessive short-term demand. Is there really a fuel crisis in the country? Newsfirst correspondents visited several fuel distribution points across the island today and also inspected fuel storage terminals in various locations. One of the key locations is the Kolonava terminal of the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation. Despite it being a Sunday, fuel distribution took place as usual today. Fuel was distributed smoothly without any queues in the Colombo district, with people confirming that fuel supplies were plentiful at the stations.
තෙල් ඕඩ තරම් තියෙනවා. පිටරට දෙන්න තෙල් තියෙනවා. රටක් නෙමෙයිනේ ගත්තේ ගිනි ගොඩක් ගත්තේ අවුරුදු 75ක් ආපු රටක්. ගතියෝද හොඳම පියවර තමයි ජනාධිපතිතුමා ගත්තේ. 100%ක් කොමිෂන් එක යන්නේ ඒක ජාතික අපරාධයක්. මේ හොරා කාප් එක දැන් තමයි එළි වෙන්නේ.
There were no queues or fuel shortages at fuel stations outside Colombo either. These are the comments made by people at the Kurunagala main filling station today.
මේවා ඉතින් අර සතියක සැරයක් නිවුස් මවා ගන්න ඕන. නැත්නම් ලංකාවේ ආතල් එක නැන් මිනිස්සු. මේවා නිකන් බොරු කතා.
පෙරේදා රාත්‍රියේ ඒ පැතිර ගිය මහා බොරුව නිසා අපේ අතේ තිබ්බ සල්ලි වලට අපි පෙට්‍රල් ගැහුවා. මොන අරමුණකින් කරත් ඒක නරක වැඩක්. වැරදි වැඩක්.
ඊයේ කලබලේ තෙල් ගහගත්තු මිනිස්සු රත්තරන් බඩුත් උගස් තියලා. සමහරු ණයට මුදල් අරන්. පොලියට අරන් තෙල් ගහගෙන.
ජනාධිපතිතුමාගෙන් ඉල්ලන්නේ මේ ආණ්ඩුවෙන් ඉල්ලන්නේ මේ ගන්න තීන්දුව ආපහු රිවර්ස් කරන්න එපා. මොකද මේ රට හදන්න නම් නීති හරියට ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්න ඕනේ.
There were no fuel shortages or queues in Novarelia. Fuel distribution continued as usual today from the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation's bulk oil depot in Anuradhapura.
පෙට්‍රල් ඩීසල් ලාම්පු තෙල් ඕන තුනම තියෙන ඕන තරම්. වෙනද වගේම සාමාන්‍ය කොළඹින් එනේවත් මේට එනවා බාන්න අපිත් පටවලා යාපනය යනවා යනවා සාමාන්‍ය විදිහට තෙල් තින් යනවා.
No queues were observed at fuel stations in the Govt district either. There was no fuel issue in the Gampha and Vaunia districts. People were seen going about their daily activities as usual. What caused the fuel queues in certain areas the night before last? There is no reason for fuel shortage in the country. The main cause of the shortage was the propaganda spread through voice cuts yesterday, claiming a fuel shortage would occur. This led to public panic, prompting more fuel distribution. The individuals who issued these statements, Attanayaka and Shanta Silva, had already brought fuel from Kolonava and Trincomalee and distributed it. Yet they continued making statements that caused unnecessary concerns among the public. Is the rumor about a potential fuel crisis accurate? There are claims that fuel will run out by Monday, but we have received more than 1,581 orders. This is more than enough to meet Monday's requirements, and we also have issued enough fuel for Tuesday. Therefore, there is no need for the public to panic. Are you prepared to engage in discussions with distributors? If our distributors have any concerns, we have given them the opportunity to meet with us for discussions, not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. What is the fuel distributors' response? The chairman has instructed us to attend a discussion next Tuesday at 9 a.m. Accordingly, we will participate in the meeting. What's the government's stance?
අපි ඉන්නේ මේ රටේ මහජනතාව වෙනුවෙන් මහජනතාවට වාසියක් අත්පත් කර දෙන්න
We are committed to serving the people of this country. When the public stands to benefit it, it is wrong for fuel distributors to disrupt this process, especially since there is no fuel shortage. We also urge the Fuel Distributors Association to address any concerns with the government rather than causing unnecessary discomfort for the public. We believe the long-standing commission should not be used as a reason to burden the people, particularly with rising fuel prices. The court had already ordered this change, but the previous cabinet failed to implement it. Many of these fuel distribution sheds are owned by individuals, including ministers and MPs who sometimes secure their posts through these arrangements. The people are well aware of who owns these sheds in their towns and villages, which ties into a political interest. The public lost 35 billion rupees under the previous system, yet ministers remained silent due to the commissions they received. The government stands firmly with the people and will not reverse its decision. Distributors are welcome to discuss a fair commission with the Petroleum Corporation.
බෙදුම් කරුන්ට ඇවිල්ලා තෙල් සංස්ථාත් එක්ක සාකච්ඡා කරලා සාධාරණ කමිෂන් එකක් ගැන කතා බහ කරන්න පුළුවන්.